Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic food, there's a bar in Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a crazy man, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once we get you up there, where the air is rarefied, you'll just glide starry-eyed. Once we get you up there, we'll be holding you so near. You may hear George is cheering 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say the word and we'll beat the birds down to hit them in the hedges. And they'll perfect for flying honeymoon day. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Oh, that will do. Enough of that nonsense. Hello, good evening, welcome. A real privilege for me to do the introductions today. Welcome to this very special edition of The Masked Cricketer, where we're going to be having a little conversation with my Oppo, my best friend, Woodsy, who is doing something absolutely crazy for the Lord's Taverners a week on Sunday at Hinton in the Hedges airfield. Woodsy, who is petrified of heights, is going to jump out of a perfectly serviceable aircraft, and he's going to land safe and sound in the arms of Jonathan Agnew to be presented with a cheque for the Masked Cricketer Lord's Taverners after 2.5 years of lockdown craziness. Apologies for the sing. I hope that hasn't put you all off. It probably has, but very much looking forward to next week. I know Daryl is as well, despite the fact that he's nervous as a kitten. And so I think, without further ado, hello George, hello the Highlights. I think without further ado, after the introduction of a lifetime and that it's totally spoiling Frank Sinatra's "Come Fly with Me," I think it's time for us to introduce the star of the show, the man of the moment. It's Woodsy.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry about all that. You know, we like to sing occasionally. Well, I say sing. We like to
destroy songs. You mean, yeah?
Ruin pretty much classics. To be fair, and I think it just goes to prove we just do throw this program together.
We certainly do throw it together without a shadow of a doubt. Have you all missed us? Have you missed doing this, Woodsy? We've had a bit of a long hiatus while we've been playing cricket. No more lockdown. Hope everything's well with you.
Yeah, no, good. Cricket's going well. Really enjoying myself, actually. Yeah, good to get this weather at the moment is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? It's only going to get hotter, K-Dog. Only going to get hotter.
No, it's boiling. It will be quite cool up there, though.
Well, yes, around the Baltics, I believe. Yes.
Yes, so. So, Daryl, I've got to ask. I know that we all had the Lord's Taverners in our minds for a few years since the start of the first lockdown, but what on earth are you doing next week? Why?
It's a really good question. I keep asking myself that question, to be fair, K-Dog. But no, look, in all seriousness, I went to a Super Ones dinner at Lord's about 10 days ago. And it was a celebration, really, of disabled and disadvantaged cricket, countrywide. And there was 4 stories of 4 people that won awards on the night, and it was just amazing. The stories were truly inspirational. and that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for them to have a better sporting chance, really. And
You say we, you mean you.
I meant me, but yeah, it's not all about me.
I'm not doing it.
No, it's about them, really. I mean, look, it was a great night. It was brilliantly hosted by a masked cricketer, charity player in Toby Tarrant. He really looked after things really well, and no, it was just great. There was a time where they interviewed two mothers of people that got involved in Super Ones cricket, and it's really changed their lives. And both of them were close to tears with the interview. It was just amazing. It was great to see. It was great to listen to. And what was inspiring for me, K-Dog, more than anything else, was that these people not only changed their lives quite drastically in playing a sport that perhaps they wouldn't have had the chance to, but also giving something back. They were helping new people into the game as well, and any newbies, they were just with them and giving them confidence themselves. So not only has it given them a sporting chance, it's aided their confidence in life generally. And for me, it does. It's just massively. It speaks words. It's volumes. And it was amazing to see and listen to these stories, and just inspiring. And I think, yes, I am petrified. I'm not looking forward to a week Sunday in any way, shape, or form. However, I've got to think about those people that struggle on a day-to-day basis. I'm just falling out of a plane for 4 minutes from a height. So, I think I will be thinking of them. I won't be thinking about where I am and what's happening to me. I'll be thinking about them, and hopefully, as you can see rolling down the bottom there, I've actually put our Just Giving page, which is www.justgiving.com/fundraising/the-mask-cricketer, or just go to Just Giving and search Masked Cricketer. It's probably easier. But that's what we're doing it for. And since I sort of said I would like to raise more money and raise awareness for the Lord's Taverners last Friday, so 1 week, we have already raised over £600. So, thank you to everybody who's donated. And please, if you are watching this and you feel that you've had a little bit of amusement with us trying to sing Frank Sinatra, then please donate and go down there. And any amount will be greatly appreciated and received. So, thank you for watching, and thank you for donating.
Wow, that's the longest answer in history. So you say that I talk. Goodness me, that was a 5-minute answer. No, absolutely brilliant. Anybody that's ever been hit for six by Woodsy, or who's ever been bowled out by Woodsy, go to the Masked Cricketer Just Giving page and donate. Absolutely amazing. We started this back in 2020, or Daryl started it back in 2020 with no targets, no sort of charity really set up. There was an initial plan was to maybe help get some local clubs through lockdown. Back in March 2020, it absolutely ballooned and escalated from there into an avalanche, really. And some of the people that we've interviewed over the 2 years of lockdown, absolutely incredible. Woodsy, can you actually believe that in March 2020, when you first spoke to George Tate, can you believe that here we would be in the middle of July 2022, having raised, getting on towards £10,000, nearly 8,000 already. Having raised that amount of money, having spoken to some legends of the game, with a legendary journalist, of some prowess.
Is that Wesley again?
That's Wes. Yeah, Wes, absolutely. But can you honestly, hand on heart, believe what we've been through for the last 2.5 years? I know we haven't been on air much lately because of cricket season and obviously everything getting back to normal, but it's just been incredible. It's been a roller coaster, hasn't it?
It's been a roller coaster. It certainly has. I mean, look, I thought we were doing well. First episode, George Tate. He spoke so well, and then the second episode, I promised a first-class cricketer, and I got Ben Charlesworth. Obviously, we knew Ben from Oldham through Oxfordshire Youth Pathway, but it was great to get a current professional cricketer on. I think, unfortunately, he's been injured for most of this season, bless him, but he spoke incredibly well. And then we had Lindsay Smith on, an England Academy player and obviously a 100 player for Northern Diamonds and stuff. So, within the first 3 weeks, we'd already had some legends on, and I include George Tate in that. He's recently scored a Premier League 100. He's been part of the Oxfordshire T20 and 50 over and 3-day competition, of which they're holding 2 trophies at the moment, and they could get a third. They could have the third trophy in the cabinet in 12 months, which would be amazing. So if you put that together with the likes of a David Gower, Alistair Cook, Andrew Strauss, Murph Hughes, Matthew Hoggard, Simon Jones, Steve Harmison, the list goes on. Sam Northeast, what a season he's having, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah. I was going to say, what a brilliant season.
He's having
It is amazing, isn't it? To think of the legends we've had on. We would never ever have dreamed of going all around the world, going down under and speaking to Big Merv and Jim Maxwell, who wasn't a current cricketer, but equally as legendary as Aggers and Dan Norcroft. Is Dan still talking, by the way?
It's on repeat. It's on repeat now. It has finally finished. You'll be pleased to know, but
on UK Gold now, is it?
It's on UK Gold +1. So that's all good.
Daryl, you mentioned what you'll be thinking about when you're 15,000-20,000 feet in the air and you're looking over the parapet and you're looking down, and hopefully the weather's going to be lovely. Fingers crossed. It's not going to be quite as hot as it's going to be soon. Hopefully I know we're going to have George there, George Hiley. Hello, George. How are you? I know that George is going to be there waiting for you at the bottom. Hopefully, we're really hoping that Crew will be there, our little superhero mascot Crew, who we met that very first charity game, didn't we? And I guess it's people like Crew and George and Damon and all the Oxford Disability boys and girls and Richard Giles. That's what's going to be going through your mind then when you're about to take that step into the unknown.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the other day, we still haven't done our table cricket practice, have we? We're going to get some training on table cricket. We must still organise that because
if it's anything like my normal cricket, I'll definitely need practice. Sorry.
Yeah, we definitely need practice on it, and I'd love to do that. So that's something that we need to get in the diary. And yeah, I mean, Dick's done an incredible job through Oxfordshire Disability Cricket. He really has, and long may that continue. And you can see, I see pictures of him. I see little bits of film that the Lord's Tavern has put on. You can see how much enjoyment and how much he's getting out of what he's doing as well. And it's just awesome. I can't speak highly enough. I mean, he gave some really nice words on Facebook the other day when I put a post out, and I was a bit speechless, to be honest. It was a lovely thing to say, because these are the guys that mean more, in all honesty. So, look, just fantastic. I'll be thinking of them all. I'll be certainly thinking of George's smile and his laugh. And I'll also be thinking about his catchphrase that he actually did much better than we did when we had him on a promo. He was just spot on. His comedic timing was better than ours, K-Dog, wasn't it? It was just brilliant.
It was a bit, without a doubt. And no, that's amazing. So let's quickly move on to some logistics then, timing and when is it? Where is it? Can people come along to watch? I know the answer to that is yes, but if you can give some timings and location and hopefully if anybody's at a loose end, you're certainly going to be at a loose end, or hopefully some tight ends. Actually, you don't want loose ends. You want them to be quite tight. If anybody's at a loose end next Sunday, 24th, then please do come along. You can get to meet Aggers, get to meet George, of course, and hopefully get to meet Crew. So Daryl, what's the timings of next week?
Well, I'll put it there. Hinted in the hedges.
Look at that. You have just thrown this together, haven't you? Hey, that's impressive.
You almost think
too professional, Daryl.
It's almost like we've done something, isn't it? No, it's Hinted in the Hedges, which is in Brackley, so not a million miles away. It is a 12:30 drop, I believe. That could change because of weather, and I will be getting in contact with the airfield next week. What is great, K-Dog, and I mentioned this off air, is that Aggers chased me. He said, "Is it still on?" What a great guy! I mean, fantastic. And he's going to fly in to Hinton in the Hedges. He's obviously a pilot, so he'll be flying in.
Will he be wearing the same sort of gear that you've got on there? Probably.
I would have thought so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have thought this is Agger's gear right down to a T, to be fair. But great that he's put it in the diary. He's going to be there. It will only change if the weather is slightly iffy. Yeah, I'm hoping that from 12:30 the plane takes off, and shortly after that I'll be dropping it. It is going to be filmed. I will be it'll be filmed mid-air, mid plummet. Your laugh, K-Dog. Actually, I had I put out a plea on my WhatsApp group for Oxfordshire seniors cricket, and there was quite a few people saying, "I hope the parachute opens." First and foremost,
that's nice of them.
That was nice of them. Yeah, nice support. I thought nice support. And there was one chap that said, "Oh, actually, the person that lives on my farm is the person that packs the parachute."
You're joking.
This is a true story, and I said, "But has he got pride in the work that he does?" Because I hope he has.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
And then quite a few people were keen to get hold of this chap to help.
I wonder why.
So there was quite a few itching to help on that. So thank you, over 50s. That was really, really kind of you. So yeah, true story that, K-Dog. So that's quite funny.
I was just thinking, while you're coming down, perhaps you can catch one of the balls that's been hit off my bowling, because it's probably still going up, isn't it? Because
I think actually the 6 I hit off a hog is still going.
Oh, here we go. Hopefully Hogg you have. Hopefully Hogg is not watching, because I still think if looks could kill after what you said a couple of years ago. Twice. You upset him twice on the interview and then in the game as well. So, yeah. Let's hope he's not watching. Yeah, I'm surprised as well, Sam, that he doesn't say Oxford Downs in the Hedges, I have to say. Yeah. No, and I am not doing a parachute jump under any circumstances. I want to keep my feet, as Delboy once said, firmly on the old terracotta. But I might consider something. I have sort of considered something that more realistic that I can do. Maybe stop eating for a bit. No, that's silly. Can't do that. Maybe score some runs. That would be good. Maybe I can get I don't know, £1 for every run I score in the Trower League, and then we'll raise £1.
Couple of quid. Helpful, isn't it? Positive thoughts, K-Dog. It starts tomorrow, doesn't it?
It starts tomorrow. I'm going to get 50 tomorrow. There you go. And if I get 50, I'll donate £100 to the Lord's Taverners. So everybody at Sunningwell Cricket Club, let me score 50, and then I'll donate £100 to the Lord's Taverners. That's good. That's quite a good idea, isn't it? I could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm batting at 11, so that's unlikely, but we'll give it a go. Give that a go. So, Woodsy, just talking a little bit about the master cricketer. Obviously, as we've said, we haven't really shown our faces much over the last few months because of, because cricket started and everything's pretty much back to normal. But we have got irons in the fire. We have got plans, haven't we, to keep this going? We've got the platform for at least another year. So do you want to just have a quick talk about what we're hoping to do between now and next year when we have to decide whether to continue the platform or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we will certainly have specials along the way. I think we will get people who will do us a favour and be on. I think there are a few irons in the fire that will work. Definitely pundits panel. Annie Chave, we definitely want to get Annie Chave on and perhaps George DeBale back on, because that would be a really good championship Fatality Blast test series sort of update. If we can get Norcas on as well, that would be brilliant. So looking to do one of those in due course, perhaps in the next couple of weeks. Probably not next week, probably a week after. We'll try and get something going, see if we can give those people a bit of a bit of time to be ready to help us out. Probably go out at 9 o'clock, probably for an hour. We'll talk all things county cricket and test match cricket, which is going incredibly well at the moment.
Test match cricket certainly is, 100% is. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm enjoying Bazball. It's not very unusual for me to be so positive, Daryl, but what an amazing test series that two test series we've had so far. I'm really looking forward to the South Africa series now. Are you?
Oh, unbelievable. If it's got, and I think that will be a tough test, by the way. I think they're a decent side. I can't see Dean Elgar actually playing the same way as perhaps Lees and Crawley up top. But
No.
I still think it's going to be a really good test, and I don't think it's going to be another cracking series. I really do. I think it will be really well fought. So, yeah, looking forward to it. If you know, they're going to come unstuck at one point, but I think they'll come unstuck once, but they'll keep winning otherwise, because they're just putting immense pressure on the opposition, which is
really you're never going to get me, believe it or not. You heard it here first. You're never ever going to see me complaining about the way they're playing. It won't always happen, as you said. You know, occasionally it can't always happen, surely, but no, the way they're playing is amazing. So the other thing, of course, we never say never, and we've never said never. There is also a couple of irons in the fire about a couple of potential new masked cricketers, possibly. We've got a couple of ideas. I know there's at least two that are both potentially very well known. So we'll hopefully keep that going. Probably more so in the after cricket season, sort of in the autumn and the winter. Darryl, maybe another run of 5 or 6 if we can get them. Would you say that's a possibility?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely look to do it, because it's been so much fun, and I think from a Taverner's point of view, if we can still keep raising awareness, I have to say at this point, actually, India Newman, the social media executive from the Lord's Taverners, has been putting out stuff, you know, about this parachute jump, and when all's said and done, there are a lot of things that happen in the Tavs where they're raising so much more money than this little parachute jump, to be fair, and to give us the time of day and give us some airing is just fantastic, and she's done a wonderful job in putting things together, and I have to say, you know, thank you very much for that, because I think that's helped raise a few quid, and it's certainly helped awareness, and probably people are sick of seeing my posts, because they're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and all over the place, really, to be fair.
Not.
So
Definitely not.
They keep coming. There will be some more next week. There will be some more.
I was going to say, the other thing, of course, is subsequent. Once you've done the jump, we will come back probably the week after to let everybody know how it's gone, to make sure you haven't shrunk a bit when you've hit the ground, you get a bit smaller, and to see how much money we've raised, and hopefully, as you say, some videos and some films which we'll put on the channel. So I've just looked at the weather forecast. I got the 40-degree forecast right last week. I said it was going to be 40 degrees this coming week, and it's going to be. Currently, the weather forecast for next Sunday is 23 degrees and sunny spells. So that will be very perfect, won't it?
Perfect for dropping out of the plane. Yeah,
it could be perfect for dropping out of a plane.
If anything can be. Yeah, I've got to say, my technique will be looking out across. I'm not going to look down. I'm just going to look out, see the clouds in front of me, see the blue sky, whatever it is, and then sort of edge to the edge of the plane, and then probably go, oh dear, what am I doing, or words to that effect. And we'll see what happens. But everybody's told me it's exciting, so you know, who knows? I might come down and say, can I go up again and do it?
I reckon you will. I've heard a little rumor that says that a lot of people do. One last question, a little bit of a technicality. Have you managed to lose the weight to get ready? That's a bit rich coming from me, but I gather you had to lose a few pounds to make sure that you weren't too heavy for the parachute.
It's been quite tough, actually, because you need to be 15 stone, and I've been toitering, and I must admit, I come home after.
You mean featuring one?
Oh yeah, as well.
Made up a new word.
As well as that, you know, it's been very close. It's been very close, and you know, it's yeah. I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be all right. One scale says I'm all right. Another scale says I'm a couple of pounds out. So
just cut a leg off. Should be fine.
Probably that will do that for me, really, won't it? I think probably beforehand I'll probably lose about half a stone anyway. For some reason.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Well, a good few years ago, I stupidly agreed with the Oxfordshire under-16s on the tour of Jersey. It was a really wet week, and they convinced me to do a bungee jump. And we got to the top of where we were going to jump from, and the guy that was running it asked me how heavy I was, and I'm quite heavy, as you know. And I had a guess. I said, I don't know, maybe 16, 17 stone, something like that. And they said, okay. So tied all the elastic around me. I jumped and I hit the floor because I wasn't 16 stone. I was a little bit more than that. And when I hit the floor, luckily not too hard, the guy said, it's quite important you tell us how heavy you weigh because it depends on the amount of elastic. So I learnt a lesson there. Don't be in denial about that. So
I've got one more week, Kago. I've got one more week where I won't eat a lot. I think you've still got to eat a little bit, haven't you? If you don't eat anything, you probably don't lose weight. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm not far off. I've done quite well, and I think they will let me. They'll let me jump. I think so.
And you and I, of course, we've got just sort of talking shop for a minute. We've got an incredibly long trip on Sunday. And Truro Cricket Club are going to be providing some Cornish cream teas for us. So we're going to struggle to lose weight on Sunday, aren't we? But just a quick word about that. We've got an ECB competition game, and you and me are going to be spending probably 15 hours together on Sunday.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Why put us in a plate competition and not send us to Herefordshire or Bedfordshire or Berkshire or anything like that? But
Cornwall's lovely this time of year.
No, they take us to Cornwall. Truro, probably the furthest place you could possibly get. But don't worry, if we get through, we're playing Scotland away, so that's good.
It's Scotland at home, actually. I'll let you know.
But there we go. I mean, it's what it is, and we'll do what we normally do. But yeah, long day ahead. Which will be quite warm, I believe.
Spending the day with K-Dog. You couldn't think of anything better. 2 Sundays in a row, Woodsy, you're going to be spending the day with me.
Blimey. So, that's after we just sung Frank Sinatra together.
I think we'll close with that as well. We won't sing it again, but we'll close with Frank Sinatra as we fade out to black. Daryl, thank you very much. It's going to be an amazing day, a week on Sunday, all for a fantastic cause, a cause really close to our hearts. We really hope as many of you that are watching this either live or watch it back over the next week, if you can make it next week, Woodsy will put the name of the place up on the screen. Not Oxford Downs, actually. It's not Oxford Downs, but if you can come along next week, 12:30 is the parachute jump, Hinton in the Hedges Airfield, which is up near Brackley. You would all be very, very welcome. I know Woodsy would be absolutely thrilled to see as many people there as possible. And I'm going to say this, Daryl, I don't very often praise you, and I don't very often get gutty, but as a really good friend of mine, I'm actually really, really proud of you for doing this. It's something that is completely against your better judgment, totally. You can't believe... It was so funny when you said you would do it. You said you'd do it if we got to 1,000 Facebook members, and overnight we had about 400 came on. So that to me shows what people think of you. You're an Oxfordshire legend. You're a cricket legend. You're a bloody nice bloke as well. And I'm going to be there with you in spirit next week on the ground. I'm not going to come up into the plane with you, although I'd love to just give you a little gentle sort of nudge. But as a friend more than anything else, thank you so much for what you're doing. It's absolutely amazing. And I think on that note, I don't want to get too emotional.
Two things. I'm glad I gave you that script at the end to come up with.
Yeah, so text in the post.
So thank you for that. I appreciate it. There was almost a tear in my eye there, but I think it was sweat coming down from the hat. And thank you to Simon Davey from Hobbs Repo as well, because he's actually done a check for us. One of these big checks. I got one of these big checks.
You've always wanted one of those, haven't you? You've always wanted one.
It's almost like that, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than the K-Dog Woodsy thing. So yeah, thanks to Simon for doing that, because he's been a big supporter of us over a period of time. So thank you, Simon. Sorry, K-Dog, I came in there. Guys, donate if you can. It's scrolling down the bottom. Thank you for watching, and I'll let K-Dog, for a change, end the show.
So in true Mars cricketer style, I first have to say, do you have anything else you want to say, Woodsy?
No.
Brilliant. Woodsy, thank you very much. We will see hopefully some of you next Sunday, 24th of July at Hinton in the Hedges Airfield in Brackley. Please donate, as Daryl said. If you can donate a few pounds, fantastic. We're getting close to £8,000, which is incredible. If we can get to 10,000, I'm sure we will in due course. That'd be amazing. We're going to close by playing you out with Old Blue Eyes again. We won't sing it this time, Woodsy. We'll let Old Blue Eyes play us out. And then after that, we'll say a very good night to you all. Those that are playing cricket tomorrow, have a good day. Enjoy your cricket. Stay cool. Don't get too hot. Make sure you drink lots of water. We're going to have, I think, record temperatures early next week. So it feels like we're in some bizarre other country, in the middle of the outback in Australia. The temperatures we've got. So anybody that's playing cricket, enjoy your cricket tomorrow. We'll play out with old Blue Eyes. Woodsy, we'll see you next Sunday as you get caught by Jonathan Agnew for the Master Cricketer and the Lord Taverners. See you later.
Cheers.
And Woodsy, that's not working, so you can roll the credits. We don't just throw this together.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes,
we do. Roll the credits, Woodsy. We'll see you next week.
Credits, and goodbye.